2. Ah. Yeah, sometimes when I'm in these moments,
Yeah.
I'm like, how did I get here? You know?
We just have. Anyways, first of all, we go with cheers.
Cheers. Let's go.
Back at the
Cheers.
roastery.
Yep. Did you do one here before?
Yeah, the episode that is releasing this weekend is, or next Monday, sorry, was here. And
Oh,
that was
okay.
long time ago. The weather was a lot more colder.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I just, takes time to make these things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, brilliant.
Yes.
That's an interesting name.
I know, right? It is. It is.
So, first of all, Brilliant, please introduce yourself to
Oh.
everyone that is listening or watching. And
For
then,
sure, for
you
sure.
know-
My name is Brilliant. Yes, it really is my name. I'm currently doing full time as a student here at Waseda University, studying computer science. I'm in my first year right now, almost done with my second semester. But I do like a lot of video stuff on the side, photos as well. And honestly, I've been really loving it. I've started doing it since last year, April, I think. April.
Really?
Yeah, last year, April 2023, April. Like, seriously.
Yeah, because I saw your videos and they're really, really cool. I don't know, like, I felt like you've been doing that for much longer. And you told me you're 19,
Oh, yeah.
which, yeah, like, I don't know what to say. Like, this is a bit depressing for me.
You think so?
But
But
yeah, man, you're like, you're obviously, you're very talented, you're very young, and,
thank you.
it's
thank
gonna
you.
be awesome for you, I guess.
I've been learning to take in the compliments. Usually, I would like say
Yeah.
no and like, oh, like I'm not that good. I'm not that good. But I'm trying to say
No,
I
no, no.
appreciate it. You know. 'cause
Yeah, obviously, like, you should be proud of it. To
Thank
be
you.
honest,
Like,
'cause,
I think
yeah.
we're also in our own timelines, so we're not racing against anybody. I think, right?
Yeah.
So it's just us and our previous
Self,
versions. Yeah.
right? Yeah, definitely. So, what got you into this? You said you're now studying IT, right?
Mm.
And what got you into photography? Not photography, like digital
And the creative
content
stuff.
creation.
Yeah,
yes,
content creation.
Yes.
That's an interesting question because I think I've always dabbled around like content creation when I was a kid. Like I started with wanting to become like a Minecraft YouTuber. You know, I started like with graphic design first. I wanted to make my own thumbnails.
Just a second.
Yeah,
just a
go
second.
ahead, go ahead.
Minecraft.
Yes.
I don't get that game.
You don't get that game?
I don't get that game. My
You're-
son plays it and watches like videos, and I'm like, I'm really trying. I'm like, what's the point? What are you guys doing? Why is everyone into this game? I just like, please explain it to me as if I was a 5-year-old.
Okay, so I think as a 5-year-old,
Yeah.
we have our limitations. We can't go to the real world with we can get swords or anything and fight dragons and all that. We
Yeah.
can't fight dragons in real life, but that's the closest thing we can do as a 5-year-old, you know?
Yeah.
So we basically build our own life with blocks and everything, and it's just cool how accessible everything is in Minecraft. And maybe because you're already well established in your life, you don't feel the need to build a new life in Minecraft. But I guess a kid, like a kid will definitely find their dream house or build their own things there, So
Also, it's just like building things.
yeah.
Out of nothing. Not like you just
collect resources.
collect resources and just build stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
the whole
sick.
point.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was something like this, but I was like, there must be something.
Okay, maybe there is an end goal. Not gonna lie, it's like killing the Ender Dragon, but
Uh-huh.
that's like,
Hmm.
like further in the line. Like you build your own civilization alongside that journey. But at some point, every kid wants to be the Ender Dragon.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry I interrupted you over there. Like
I love Minecraft. Minecraft is like what got me here. Not gonna lie. So
Really?
yeah, as in I definitely owe it to the YouTubers I watched earlier. Like I wanted to be like as popular as them when I was a kid. Okay, obviously because then I realized like I could make my own thumbnails the same way my favorite Minecraft YouTubers could, and I guess that unlocked so much like possibilities. Like, oh, if I could like replicate what they're doing, like what else could I do that I can like teach myself and do, So like I never thought it as seriously, but I guess now that I look back, I'm like that must have been where it's all started. You know,
Uh-huh. Nice.
Yeah.
So gaming.
gaming. Yeah, I was a big like antisocial gamer. All these like stereotypes of a computer science kid.
Oh.
You know, so yeah,
Well, you
yeah,
know.
right.
So other than Minecraft, like what, like for now, do you game? Do you still game?
No,
Like,
I mean I
you don't.
like not as seriously as back
You
then.
gave up on the dream.
Honestly, like it's cool that you're still able to find time to game, but I think
I steal time to game.
you still time to game.
I steal time. I don't find it. I really just steal it.
You
You
steal
know.
time,
And there's no time, bro.
bro. Yeah, I get
This
that.
is why, you know, this is so cool because
Mhm.
you know it's just
You can bring it anywhere. Like
yeah. I'm see after I got this, I look forward to my train rides.
yeah,
You know,
I know, right?
I'm like yeah, no, I get to play a little bit of that game or whatever. You know.
I guess I'm just in a phase of life where like I know that I've had my time like gaming and obsessing over that, and now I'm just like, oh, what actually could I like put my time into? And I think other than school, maybe like this like creative stuff that I know I've been getting better at, and I know I could just keep consistently doing. And I think I mean my brother tried doing competitive gaming before.
Uh-huh.
And obviously, like not everybody can be competitive
Yeah,
at gaming,
obviously,
but I think it's definitely more fulfilling for me at least to do like content creation stuff. You know.
Oh, I see. Nice. And where did you start? Like with the cameras, for example, like you always, you know, when you want to buy your first camera, for
Yeah.
example, how did you
Decide on that.
decide on that, or like how did you know like this camera's for me, not that one? You shoot Fuji, right?
Yeah, Fuji. Exactly. Yo, that's pretty cool that
Yeah.
you remember.
Yeah,
Honestly.
of course, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a guy. Let's see. Obviously, I think I'm the type of person to put a lot of people on pedestals, and I always aspire to be someone that I look up to. And back at the time where I was like still on the early stages of my like content creation journey, there's a certain type of Instagrammer. His name is Adrian Per. I love his colors and all that. He doesn't shoot. He shoots with Sony, but
What was his name?
Adrian Per. He's
Adrian
based
Per.
in LA.
I see.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he's awesome, and I wanted to be something close to him. So I saw tutorials. Like I think the best way to figure out a camera is what you want to do with it, right?
Yeah.
And I think I didn't really know whether I wanted to shoot photos or videos. So the Fujifilm I have right now, XS10, is like a mid-range entry level type of hybrid camera, and it does both photos and videos. Like it's not the best at both, but it like does both. You
But
know?
does well, yeah.
Like it has the same sensor as the X100V. So like I think I've
I'm
always
acting like I know all of these models. I'm just, you know, shaking my hand. I'm like, yeah, I know that one.
but yeah,
It does video, right?
It's the camera Brandon shoots with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with
Okay.
his Fujifilm. But Brandon's a mutual friend of ours.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know that. You know.
But yeah, exactly. I think it starts off with like what you want to do with it, and
Yeah.
I think like now that I know I'm like more leaning into more videos now, like I think my future cameras will be more video focused
Video
on
focused.
those things.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I really think. See, I never thought that I would buy another camera.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm very satisfied with my R6, and I thought that, okay, next camera I'm buying is a cinema camera. Like I'm not, I do shoot photos, but the R6 does already a great job. I don't need better photos than what the R6 does,
Yeah,
right? But I need better video. Like I want more video capabilities, right? So I thought I would never buy another camera until I saw this, and like I don't know, like it's just like I had to buy it because it's just
So convenient.
it's so convenient, right? Like the stabilization that like I review videos coming out very soon, so if anyone interested in watching it,
Yes, sir.
it's just so convenient. You know, it makes no sense not to get it, especially you know for this.
For real.
It's just
exactly.
so first video I did it over there, and this is why the quality is kind of. Anyone who watches the video is gonna be like, this is shit. I shot it on the Insta360,
Yeah.
and man, that camera is very horrible at low light. Like it's, and this is why I'm basically heartbroken from Insta360 cameras because Their low light performance just isn't great.
It's not what you need. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. I think like the newer model, like with the 1 inch sensor,
Oh yeah.
it's way better.
Mm.
But the one that I had, I was like, I bought it because I wanted at that stage of my life, I wanted to do like, kind of photo walking and just hanging it and just taking pictures and stuff. But I do most of my shooting at night,
Mm.
so it's yeah. But yeah, like you said, like you figure out what you want to do and you just go
Yeah.
with it. I kept on blabbering for a while.
No, like this is your whole thing, right? I think
Yeah.
with podcasts we just talk about whatever that comes up from your mind, and
Yeah.
it does sound like from experimentation and from just doing things. This podcast is something that you wanna just keep on doing consistently, and I think that's why I found as well. Like with my videos, like I want to do it consistently, so you need the gear that can help you do it more
Do that,
consistently.
right?
Literally,
like
yeah.
if it's not, see, consistency is the key. Do you know Peter Lindgren? Like that?
No.
Lin.
Peter McKinnon. No.
No, there's another Peter, like
Okay.
a guy with, also a big guy.
Uh huh.
Peter is just tall, not big. That guy is
Is
kind
he a bodybuilder?
Kinda. I think so. Like he's big,
Yeah.
kinda good big, not fat big, So, not fat shaming anybody, but
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. And that guy was like, he has a tattoo that says consistency, and he said like he really did that because consistency is what matters the most if you want to survive, or like if you want to make it, or if you want to become
Just show up.
having this as a career.
Mm.
Like consistency is what matters the most, and consistency honestly is what I struggle with the most. So that's why I got this. How
That's
about you?
beautiful.
What do you struggle with the most?
Oh, I think same with you, as in like, but I think we have different levels of struggles with consistency. At least for me, it's the consistency of the uploads I do, like the levels of efforts and quality of it. So now I'm like, I want like I prioritize more in showing up now and trying to show my most authentic self. So whether that means having to use less of my camera, I don't mind now. Like I feel like, I mean, of course, obviously, I still want to keep that consistent level of quality, but I'm mixing it in with like phone footage because I feel like, yeah, it
Yeah.
brings out your most authentic self,
Right?
and it's just so much easier to pull out your phone than a camera.
That is true. That is
Yeah.
very true. I think, yeah, and the camera, the quality on on the phone cameras right now isn't bad at all. Especially if you got, I mean, I have, my phone is the Mini 13. I think this is the last Mini that they made.
Oh yeah.
But the quality isn't bad at all, to be honest. It's
Yeah.
like you can shoot good stuff with it. If you have like one Pro or one Pro Max, like that's even better.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've been seeing that, like I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself on always showing up with the highest level of quality and effort, and I think it just leads me to not posting at all. And I kind of don't want that,
Yeah.
right? Cuz I know how, like I'm pretty sure like we both know like we both know ourselves a lot, and we kind of want to show that to the world, and if we can't do that consistently or put it out there, then I think, at least for me, I want to do that more. And so I think I've been putting out my phone up
Yeah.
than my camera, but I think photo walks helps me like do balance, like some balance.
Yeah, we got to meet each other like through a photo walk.
Yeah.
Crazy thing is, I found like I'm almost twice your age.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy, to be honest. But I still love this kind of creative world. That just, I don't think I would ever get to know you if it wasn't like for photography, for example, or like that photo walk that we had.
That's so true.
right?
Yeah. We're from like different backgrounds. He's in the dentist field,
Yeah.
and I'm in the computer science, and still a kid basically. And like I think it's really beautiful to see that our hobbies, which is like photography, videography, creative stuff, is
Yeah.
like is what binds us together.
Binds a lot of people. together,
Literally.
Yeah, right. And I was just wondering, like, how do you see, like we were just talking a little bit earlier when we were coming here, is that how do we find time to do this? And honestly, like for me, I work, I have full-time job, a family, and it's a bit difficult to find time. For you also, like you're a university student, you're a college student, so it's also not easy to find the time to do this kind of thing. So how do you manage?
That's a great question. I think I get asked this a lot. Not gonna lie, cause I think we also have this stigma towards at least engineering students or STEM students that, oh, you're really busy and all that. How do you find, with all your assignments and all that, how do you even find time to make content? You know, and I think I was talking about this to another friend the other day, and our answers were just both like, we just do it. You know, like I think a lot of people I think overthink before what they do, and I've had that phase before. I think it's reasonable to go through that phase where you're thinking of what other people might think about your content or what you're about to do, whatever it is, and that's valid and reasonable. But when you get to a point where you just wanna create it, where your fear of thinking what other might think of you is slower than your urge to wanting to create, is like that's when you just start to do it, you know, like
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know, like being in front of the do you prefer being in front or behind the camera?
I think I'm definitely more comfortable behind,
Really?
but I don't know, I'm trying to do both, you know.
Right? Yeah.
What
'Cause
about you?
I honestly I just don't care.
Mm.
Yeah, whether I'm behind the camera or in front of it, as long as I make, or as long as it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I care about. So whether in front, behind, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I realized that there are like quite a few people who are not comfortable in front of the camera, or not even just holding the mic and just talking like this. Because like you said, like the other podcast that I have, the scientist.
Yeah.
I try to interview like scientists and people who do research or stuff like that. And a lot of them go like, no, I'm not comfortable being in front of a camera, which is, for someone that has a camera and shoots almost daily, is kind of wild, you know.
Yeah.
But have you met any people like that?
I think I guess I don't know. Yeah, obviously I've come across a lot of people like that. But I guess in your case is that I would love to tell these people that are shy in front of cameras is
Yeah.
like, could you talk to a friend? Like you could, right? And
Yeah.
I think it's just having a camera might feel like another person's watching, and it probably is, but your attention should be on the other person, like who you're talking to. And
Yeah.
I feel like if you
Just forget about the camera. kind of
forget
thing.
about the camera, and I think we at least are both used to it.
Yeah.
It's just more of an extension of what we need to do, and our main value comes from providing that knowledge or whatever it is we're trying to make with the camera, you know. And yeah,
Speaking of which, I'm sorry I keep interrupting.
No,
you.
go ahead,
I
this
really
is-
suck at this,
like what?
But I keep interrupting
Oh,
whenever
no,
I
no,
have
no,
someone.
no.
Like I keep like I just want to ask another question.
Sometimes it's the
Yeah,
urge.
I mean, it's gonna go away if I don't.
Exactly.
So, what type of content do you want? Like, what is like you said, like the idea? You just want to make an idea. Like, what's your end goal? For
My end
example, yeah. Like,
For-
what are you trying to make?
For everything in my life or in my content journey.
Content journey, for example,
Content journey.
or life. You know.
Okay, I mean, let's start with life. This is not my original idea. I stole it from someone,
Yeah.
but I really like the idea of, in my gravestone.
Mm.
You know, I would love it so that.
No, just
Oh,
The
oh,
mic- the
yeah.
mic.
Sorry.
That's
Like
all good.
in my gravestone, I'd love it so that it's written, "Great father, great husband, and great mentor." And that great mentor is, I mean, obviously the other things like I can build through like getting better at relationships and all that. But I think with great mentor, it's everyone's like, it's up in the air. You know, like I don't really know what I could do with it. But I think what I've realized is that I love sharing my journey through life, and that is gonna connect to what I'm gonna talk about with my content journey. Is that with my content stuff, I want it to feel like I'm just writing a video for my future self, so like they could look back on this version of me and see like, oh, this is what Brill was thinking of, what he's going through at the moment, and I wanted to convey as the most me as I can, and I feel yeah, and I feel like the type of content I'm doing, which is some of it is like journaling, where I talk in front of the camera and talk how I feel. Whatever it is, I wanted to convey the most authentic version of me, and yeah,
Yeah.
see like so. Hopefully, my future kids also see it, or whatever my future wife can see, looking back and see
Right.
like, oh yeah, really was awesome,
That was fun.
or he's just like us, you know.
Yeah. Man, this is actually quite inspiring. I did not expect this.
Oh,
No.
thank you.
No, no, in a good way.
That's awesome.
In a very good way. Like I knew you would say something cool, but that is really cool. You know.
Then again, I'm learning through all this as well.
Yeah. The gravestone thing, like that was awesome. Yeah. Makes me want to think about it
Yeah.
right now. Yeah, right.
What does it inspire you to, I don't know, adjust bits of your life at, like hearing this?
Honestly, I've always wanted to do something different,
Mm.
and it's not. I wish I had a deep reason, you know, to say it just like you did. But for me, it's a lot more. I just want to create stuff, cool stuff,
Mm.
and I realized that I like talking to people. I like, just having fun and creating things that are interesting.
Mhm.
So this is how I just started to just take pictures, make videos, and this is why like I also struggle with having a certain niche because I just like doing cool stuff,
Yeah.
But if I think it's cool, I'm doing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if I find like an interesting idea, I'm gonna do it. And this is why I think it's bad also. Like it's really bad because in the end I'm not doing something like again consistently, right? Because I keep hitting different things and I don't know, but at least I'm having fun with it,
Yeah.
So and this is why okay, I'm from Yemen, right?
Yeah.
And many people that I know do not understand this. This just
This life. Yeah.
even one of my friends that is supposedly that knows me very well and supports me very well, you know you know. So I was talking to him about an interview that I had recently, like episode's still not out, but there were crazy things said during that interview, and he was like, "You're really gonna publish that?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I don't understand you," kind of thing. I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, you don't worry about what people are gonna say." I'm like, "What are they gonna say?" Like, I mean, this is something that people said, something that happened, and I'm just like, I'm out here being just like a connection
Yeah. Yeah.
between these guys, this idea, and other people to know what happened.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's like I don't get it, but I'm like, okay.
Mm.
But then he was like, yeah, it's still cool. It's very cool. He's very supportive. But
love that.
still, like, he was like, I don't get how you have this courage to do this. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with courage, really.
Mm.
I just don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
for you, do you face something like that? Or
Okay,
never.
I want to point out two things. First of
Yeah.
all, like, I love how, despite like having your friend having like different beliefs or like values on whatever it is you were talking about in that interview, it's cool to see like he supports you regardless.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, he's pretty cool that way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think as much as, at least for me, as much as I want everybody to understand why I'm doing the things I'm doing, like it's very hard. You can't please everyone, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, and I think it goes back to what you're doing this for. It's just making cool stuff, and if that resonates with you, why not just
Yeah, I just want to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you like it, you like it, right?
Yeah.
If you don't,
You have the option to not watch.
to not watch
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
Like just switch the channel or just
Yeah.
close the tab, whatever.
We're not like forcing you to put in your earphones right there and then and like finish the whole episode. You know, like
Right.
you could stop. You could even stop this interview right now, but don't.
don't. Still getting viewers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think another thing is like I don't think it's really important to like it's not everybody has to have like a deeper meaning into what they're doing. You know, I think the fact that I think a really good like checkpoint or a goal we could do in life is like get to know yourself better, you know, and doing all these things, the random experiences. That's why I love doers, like people that do stuff, because as you do things, you get a better sense of what you like, what you don't like.
You learn more about yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And in the process, you're able to choose the things you like doing, you know, and
Yeah.
just be more connected to yourself, whatever that is, what that entails, you know.
You right now.
Yeah, what's up?
What do you like to do?
What do I like to do? Oh,
At this stage of your life.
stage of my life. Oh my
we
god.
talked about the tombstone like
Yeah.
way later in life, hopefully.
Let's bring it back to the
Yeah,
present.
let's bring it back at the present life. What do you like to do now?
Honestly, I've like the thing that pops up in my mind is being around my friends or like just talking with them, like just feeling involved with their life, because I feel like in my early stages of my life, I feel like it's always about me. Like I want to do things for me, and I felt a bit isolated, you know, because I just wanted to like whether that's by choice or not, whether that's not like whether that's I was a social introvert and all that, or whether that's I want to be just self improve myself, you know.
Yeah.
But in this stage of my life, I want to feel more connected, more involved with the people I build relationships with, and it just feels good, honestly, because it's community is honestly why sometimes you're here, you know, you feel heard, you know.
Talking about here.
Yeah.
You were in Japan,
Yeah.
right?
Crazy,
And-
I know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yay.
Brought me back to reality. Yeah.
Yes, yes. But about community, like, don't you feel like Japan
Mm.
is a little bit, in a way, it brings people together as people, as foreigners.
Yeah, yeah, for sure,
We
for
feel
sure.
like we're all kind of one big group. Right?
Yeah.
But it also kind of makes you feel a bit isolated
for sure.
at times. So what's your experience,
That's a
Well,
great question, because I know me and you both probably have heard so many experiences where they just don't feel like they're belonged here, you know, or they belong here.
Yeah, many people don't
Yeah.
feel like they belong here,
And
but
I
they
th-
like it anyway.
Exactly. I think there's so many like positives in Japan that the harshest negative, which is social isolation, is like whatever, you know, like might take all the good things and
That's always what I say. Like there are merits and demerits to anywhere you would be, but for Japan, like the merits kind of overweigh the demerits.
yeah, I think I'm really blessed to just have this urge to feel connected in a community, find my own community, and like this probably is an outlier. I'm probably an outlier in this case where even though the conditions aren't the best here in Japan to find your community, like I put in the effort to make sure I belong into some, you know, and I think that's really important. Not everybody gets the chance or ability to do so, but especially in a place where it's so hard to feel heard, feel connected. I think it's more than ever important to have your people. You know,
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, do you have those people around you here?
I mean, I have my family right here, which is important. It's lovely.
Number one.
Yeah, number one. But I also have friends and very important friends, and honestly, like I think last weekend I was with them, and we were we were in a shisha bar,
Yeah.
shisha cafe, whatever, playing video games,
Survive.
Street Fighter 6, and at a point I was just like I just felt blessed. When you have friends that you connect with very well,
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
and you might agree on stuff, you might disagree on stuff, but you feel that connection with, right?
Mm.
I think that's important, and if you really have that, then you really need to kind of appreciate it, right?
Mhm.
So that's the only thing I could say. Like sometimes you just find people, and like you said, I like what you said. Like you put on the effort
Mm.
to find people to connect with, because these two friends that I mentioned earlier, one we met through Instagram, and the other one was in a different city in Japan and moved to Japan, and
Moved to
another
another
city
city.
in Japan and moved to Tokyo.
Oh yeah.
And then we just kept on communicating, and we became really good friends. So it's just, I don't know, man. I guess you just have to put on the effort, right?
Exactly.
At least communicate
Yeah.
with people.
And I hate when people say like, I mean, I've love-hate relationship with this saying, which is like, if they wanted to, they would, cause like, there someone has to put in the effort, you know, like
Yeah,
like I think both parties sometimes have to put like some level of effort to meet
exactly.
each other in the middle.
Exactly. It's not
know?
just dating, but friendships
Yeah.
also. Like exactly. You have friends, and usually like anyone would have friends that it would feel like it's only a one-way relationship. Like you always call them, you always kind of
Yeah.
want to go out, want to come, want to do, and then if you don't feel like they're feeling the same, they want to do stuff together,
Mhm.
then it becomes boring, right? Like,
Exactly,
it's just
yeah.
like we're not really vibing,
True.
right? Yeah.
Because it feels like it's only one-sided, as in like you're putting in the effort, and it doesn't feel like the effort you put in is respected because they don't reciprocate it back. You know?
Right?
Yeah. I totally get
I
that.
mean, I don't have to, and especially, I like this. I don't know where did I hear it, but I
Go ahead.
apply it daily in my life. Really,
Tell me.
you don't have to accept anything. Really.
Yeah.
So if somebody doesn't feel like they're on the same wavelength with you, you don't have to keep up with them, right? And 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 they say like honesty is kind of the best policy.
Yeah.
So you just can say it straight up, like,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, dude, like we're like
Yeah. We're just not vibing.
we're just not vibing. You know?
Yeah, I totally get it. I think it's harder for me, at least, to like accept that, like, cause I mean, I'm still trying to grow out of this mindset of like, oh, if I don't be friends with them right now, I'll never be friends with them ever, you know. So I feel like, yeah. But the thing is, there's so many people out there, you know, right?
Yeah, and the thing is like, you don't have to be close friends, but you can just be friends,
Yeah.
right?
Keep in touch.
Yeah, just keep in touch. Like most of my friends that I know right now, like I don't know, you're 19, like it's you still have ages in front of you, but it's crazy how many people you get to know throughout the years, and how many people stay with you. So I don't know how many people did I meet, since my high school or whatever,
Yeah.
but literally I think there are less than 10 people that I still in contact with now from those days, right?
Wow.
So honestly,
That's so strong.
I don't know, man. Like it's just, I don't know. Like finding the connection is what matters, right?
I totally agree, because in the end, like, it's the people you spend time with, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
today I don't know, like Gary. Do you know Gary Vaynerchuk?
Yeah, of course. Gary V, bro. Oh
Yeah,
my
Gary
god.
V, right? Like today I saw one of his posts on.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to find it.
Stories. I'm taking some BTS.
Yes.
So cool.
Hold on, I have it. I am pretty sure. I liked it because honestly, yeah, it made a lot of sense.
Is it? Wait, is it a famous one or like a
No,
famous clip?
it was just a
Random?
yeah, just a random thing. Hold on, where was it? Like maybe on Twitter? Gary V. Hold on.
Take your time. Take your time. We're
It's-
just vibing.
Yeah, bro. Like, cause it really made sense. I was like, yeah,
Wow.
this makes sense. Your friends are who you something like
Okay.
that. Like, God damn it, where
And,
are you,
yeah.
Gary? Gary V.
I mean, Gary
Yeah.
V's. Go ahead.
Who you listen to is who you become.
Who you listen to
Right?
is who you become.
So, and whether that's people who you listen to watch on YouTube, or like
Listen to a
friends that
podcast.
you are always
So-
in your ear, right? So if you're with a bunch of friends that keep dragging you down, and whenever you're trying to create shit, and then
Yeah.
they're like, now when
Yeah.
you're gonna stop doing this.
Literally.
Like, do something more with your time. You're gonna end up like giving up on these
Yeah.
things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's true. Especially like, I also remember a phase of my life where I didn't have much people like that are doing the things I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like so I relied on like internet people I look up to, and that's like I wanted to become them. So I like consumed a lot of what they were putting out, whether that's podcasts and all this, podcast videos, shorts, all this, just so I feel like at least even though I don't have the community yet, at least I'm being surrounded by some the thoughts that I wanna have. You know?
Choose what goes in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they say, you become what you eat, but you also become what you consume in like your content. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so nice.
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah.
It's a vibe. Yeah. Thank you for bringing me here. Honestly, this is. I didn't think I'd be able to talk. I mean, I don't know.
I told you we're just gonna chit
Yeah,
chat
right.
and hopefully something cool comes
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Hopefully,
I think we said a few, maybe, you know.
Yeah. I think we did.
We can have a few clips out of this, you know, that makes
Shorts.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And stuff that makes sense, because you know, with podcasts, do you hear a lot of podcasts? Do you listen to podcasts?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm a avid podcast listener.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just actively listen to it, or you just keep
I'm
it in
a
the background?
commute. Yeah.
Oh,
When
really?
I commute,
So you don't listen to music on your commute? You listen to podcasts?
I mean, it's a mix of both. Whenever I feel like the need, I want to consume
Yeah.
like podcasts. But whenever I just want to exist, music. You know?
Music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your relationship with podcasts listening?
I make them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're right. And it depends on the subject and the time of the day. So sometimes it's like during work, for example, I'd like to just make a podcast run in the background and just do
Your work.
do stuff, you know. I don't know how many people do that, but you know, that's what I do.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was gaming back in when I still gamed. Like, I put podcasts in like while I game. When I'm alone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, when I game, like it's always music. Like I have, like I don't know, it's like it just needs to be like music out there, kind of. I don't know. But yeah.
I mean, it also depends like how much percentage of your brain do you want to focus on listening to podcasts and like being good at the game. You know, because like
Yeah.
it's a struggle to find that balance. Because there are some podcasts where the information is really valuable and you want to like put like 70% of your mind to it. But then again, like if you're playing a competitive game like I don't know, like Overwatch or
Yeah.
Apex Legends, you're gonna be like, oh, it's hard, you know. Like you focus on the game more.
So you play FPS games?
Yeah. I play FPS games back in the days. Yeah.
Man, I suck at those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I tried Apex Legends and I tried Call of Duty.
It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone.
I tried. I really tried, but I didn't give it time though. Like it looks like you need to spend at least a month or so just trying to.
And sometimes you get to a point where your skill level of aiming sucks badly, where you need to put in the hours to actually improve your aiming.
Right.
You know, I've had that season of my
that I was like,
yeah.
and the thing is, like, I didn't want to put hours just to
Aim.
learn how to aim. God damn it! Like,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to shoot and people die. That's it.
Yeah. It's hard because like you want to enjoy the game, but there's also this like skill gap or a skill barrier you have to reach. You know.
And that's why I think Do you know Helldivers?
Oh yeah.
Best game ever. Not best game ever, but like one of my favorite games because you don't
I've
really
heard
have
it.
to be, you know, that
Good
great
at
at
aiming,
aiming.
yeah.
You just like shoot. I think it's it's a very good game if you wanna
Just not put much pressure on yourself.
not put enough pressure and you just wanna shoot things to calm yourself. You know?
Yeah.
It's like I'm very upset today. I'm gonna go shoot some aliens.
I've never actually watched a gameplay of Helldivers, but I know everybody's talking about it in the past couple of months.
I mean, it's fun since you just shoot the hell out of everything in
Yeah,
front
yeah,
of you, and it's very stupid in a way. Like there's like freedom and so like the
Patriotism,
hell?
yeah.
Patriotism, like way too much. Like way like.
But it's funny. I think the extreme games are like one of the funner games to play.
I mean,
you
it's super fun.
know?
But yeah, man, thank you very much for today. You know,
No, of course.
This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah. So likewise, man. I didn't
Yeah.
expect to enjoy this. I mean, I knew honestly like I was gonna vibe, but I didn't think I'd vibe a lot. You know.
Man, it was nice.
Yeah. Appreciate. How
But
long
yeah.
was this recording?
I have no
fun.
idea.
Oh, 42.
Yeah, 42 minutes, which is Yeah, so it's like
And
35.
it's also
30
pre-packed.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching or listening. This was brilliant.
You can follow me on at Brilliant Aksan, BRILLIANTAKSAN on Instagram, all socials. I'm
I'm on-
there.
I'm gonna have his link in the description,
Yeah, yeah.
so definitely watch and follow. Okay,
Thank you so much, man. Thank
peace,
you.
guys.
See you guys.
Yeah.
That's so cool.